On the edge of a quiet fishing town stood an old lighthouse, tall and weather-worn, its white paint peeling from years of sea wind and salt. The townsfolk called it the Sentinel of Greywatch, for it had guided ships safely through storms longer than anyone could remember. But what most people didn't know was that the lighthouse keeper, an elderly man named Harvin, had not lit its lantern in years. Every night, he climbed the narrow spiral steps to the top, but instead of striking the match, he sat by the great glass lens and waited. He claimed the sea spoke to him, that it whispered warnings and secrets through the groaning of the waves and the call of seabirds. Many dismissed him as eccentric, though none denied that he seemed to know when storms were coming, long before the clouds gathered. One autumn evening, a boy from the village, Elias, sneaked up the winding path to the lighthouse. He had always been curious about the place, especially since his father had been lost to the sea 5 years ago. When he reached the lantern room, he found Harvin sitting there, staring out at the endless dark horizon. "Why don't you light it any more?" Elias asked. His voice trembled, not only from fear of being caught but from the weight of the question. Harvin looked at him with tired eyes. "Because the sea no longer needs the lantern. It listens to me now, and I to it." He tapped his ear gently, as though it carried the tide's secrets. Elias frowned. "Ships still pass here. What if one is lost in the dark?" The old man sighed. "The sea warns me when danger nears, and when it does, the lantern will burn again. Until then, it must sleep." That very night, as Elias lingered with Harvin, a strange stillness fell over the water. No wind, no gulls, no rhythm of waves. Harvin's eyes widened, and without another word, he struck a match. The great beacon flared to life, its beam slicing through the night like a blade. Moments later, through the silence, they both saw it, a massive cargo ship drifting dangerously close to the hidden reef that stretched like a black spine beneath the waves. The light warned it just in time. The ship veered away, its horn sounding in gratitude. Elias stood in awe, heart pounding. Harvin's hand rested firmly on his shoulder. "The sea remembers your father," he said softly. "And tonight, it spared another family the same grief." From that night on, Elias visited the lighthouse often. And though Harvin grew frail with each passing season, the boy learned to listen to the hush of the tide, the voices in the wind, and the unspoken bond between land and sea. When Harvin was gone, the villagers expected the lighthouse to fall silent forever. But to their surprise, the lantern still glowed on stormy nights. For Elias had taken the keeper's place, listening as the old man had taught him, standing watch where sea and sky meet, a guardian not of fire alone, but of whispers carried on the waves.